In a shocking move this Thursday, the Dallas Cowboys have traded away Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. In return, they're getting 2 first-round picks and defensive tackle Kenny Clark. In my opinion, this is a massive, massive loss for the Dallas Cowboys. I view Micah Parsons as a generational kind of defensive talent. And to lose somebody like that over some contract negotiations, you don't want to have that happen, especially when he's so young. You pay that man that has the potential to be a superstar, not just a superstar, but somebody you build your entire defense around for years. Micah Parsons had the ability to be that guy in Dallas, but they didn't pull the trigger. They didn't move the needle with that contract, and now he's gone. If you're the Dallas Cowboys, you have to manage your assets better than this. Because otherwise, you're going to end up in a situation like this one where you don't even want to pay the best player on your team. Not even just the best player, the best young player on your team with some superstar kind of potential, and you won't just let him go because you want to be stingy with the contract. You can't have that happen if you're the Dallas Cowboys. This is a brutal mismanagement. And in terms of their return, I've got no problem with Kenny Clark, and it's good that you got a couple first round picks, but does that make up for Micah Parsons when you go into that draft and you have these 2 first round picks? Are any of those picks going to make up for the generational talent that you lost? Is Kenny Clark going to make up for that generational talent that you lost? The answer is no. Now, Micah Parsons put out a statement. He said, and I quote, Cowboys Nation, growing up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, I was one of the few kids in my neighborhood who cheered for the Dallas Cowboys. Nearly everyone around supported the Eagles, but I always believed in the star. To wear the blue and white at Penn State and then carry those same colors into the NFL as a Cowboy, it was more than a dream. It was destiny. From the moment I arrived in Dallas, you embraced me and my family as your own. You made a kid from the East Coast feel right at home in Texas. Every time I pulled up to work, every time I stepped on that field, I felt the weight and pride of representing you. You didn't just give me a jersey, you gave me the place to belong. I never wanted this chapter to end, but not everything was in my control. My heart has always been here, and it still is. Through it all, I never made any demands. I never asked for anything more than fairness. I only asked that the person I chose to negotiate my contract be part of the process. This is a sad day, but not a bitter one. I'll never forget the joy of draft night, the adrenaline of running out of the tunnel, or the brotherhood I shared with my teammates, coaches, and the staff who prepared me for every single game. These memories are mine forever. North Texas will continue to be my home in the offseason. I'll still be here, giving back to the community that gave me so much. And no matter where the next chapter takes me, the bond we've built will never break. Thank you, Cowboys Nation, for every cheer, every moment, and every ounce of love you showed me. Wearing the star has been the honor of my life. With love and gratitude, number 11. End quote. That is a heartbreaking statement from Micah Parsons, and it really kind of shows you the mismanagement that this was. He wanted to be there. He said his heart was in Dallas, and I know sometimes when somebody is on the move, you can get a statement like that, and it doesn't feel authentic. This one does, though. With that commitment to North Texas being his home in the offseason, it feels like he really wanted to be there, but it just couldn't happen. The Cowboys could not even meet his demand that he wanted. And he said himself, he didn't make any demands. He did not ask for anything more than just what was fair. And even that wasn't enough. And it kind of feels like a loss on both sides to me. You've got the emotional end of it with Micah Parsons, and then you have the Dallas Cowboys. I don't understand the move. You didn't get a great package back. You shouldn't have traded him in the first place. And whether it's on the field, where he's making a generational kind of difference, or off of it, where he's making plenty of merchandise sales for you, because he's a star. You don't trade somebody like Micah Parsons, especially when he's this young and when he wants to be on your team, and you still trade him. This is some crazy, shocking news. I did not expect to see it. I knew there were some murmurs. There were some murmurs of Micah Parsons, that contract situation, but I never thought that he would be traded. But now it's happened. He is no longer a Dallas Cowboy. Number 11 is in Green Bay now. And I think overall he's in a good situation. I like what Green Bay's building, but the biggest story right now is what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys. Because to me, you just don't trade someone like that. But let's look at it from Green Bay's perspective. Of course, you jump on this opportunity every single time, 7 days a week. There is not a moment where you don't. And I like what they're building there. They've, of course, got some young wide receivers. I still believe in Jordan Love. They've got a lot of youth to them. Josh Jacobs, of course, had a great year last year. And then you add in Micah Parsons to that defense. I think that can be really, really good. But overall, this is just some crazy news. And man, why is that always happening to Dallas? Because last NBA season, we saw the Dallas Mavericks trade their franchise star, their once in a generation talent in Luka Doncic, and now the Cowboys are doing the same. So, no matter how shocking this trade is, and believe me, it's very, very shocking, I could not believe it when I saw it. I am wishing the best of luck for number 11 in the future. And with the way that his career has gone to this point, there is no reason to believe that he is anywhere close to being done with a superstar in this league. He's going to maintain that status for a while, and now it's going to be in the green and yellow.